Okay, so this is going to be kind of just a test comparison between systems because, for my knowledge as well as your knowledge, if you're looking into getting a different system or looking to get into sharpening and you're thinking, okay, what about this system? Well, this versus this system. So, something I'm going to do, more or less just a standardized test for every one of my machines. So, this is just a Walmart bait knife. And they're really, really cheap knives, but straight edge, decent quality. So I'm going to label these knives and do them on different systems. And the test parameters, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sharpen everything at 15 degrees, just so that it's a nice standardized test and can be the same between each system. I'm also going to strop exclusively on this, just so that, okay, hey, stropping on this tool versus stropping on that tool made it different. And then like doing some edge retention and that kind of stuff. So that's the reason why I want to finish on this. But the sharpening will all take place on the belts, the Tormec, or whatever system be it. I'm just going to start this as a versus series. So kind of giving you the pros and cons to each system. I'll walk you through it, let you watch the entire process, so that it's not just, okay, like me speeding it up. You actually getting a real-time footage of roughly how long it takes to do something and seeing, okay, do I want this system or do I want that system? And is it worth it going a little bit slower for a different benefit or better edge retention or something along those lines? So this is more bevel edge to slight convex because I'm going to be doing it right behind. So I'm going to use the angle guide and then go behind. It's just a reference point, but I'll get started. A lot of it's going to be, well, just putting on the PPE as well as changing out belts. So we're going to get to that. And I'll just let you come along for the ride. Okay. You drop that so you can still hear me. But something you can do is also get a metal ruler. It's something I actually need to go pick up from the store. So we're going to set that, zero that out, put the angle guide on. Currently set at 18, 17-ish degrees. And we want as close to 15 as we can get. I can live with that. That's just at 15 degrees. Okay. And before my glasses start fogging up, I'm going to get going. I would say that's one thing that's a pain, is making sure that this is fully sealed at the top so that you don't get fog like what's going on. I've also got anti-fog in the truck, but at the same time, there's certain temperatures that just love to fog and don't love to fog. Turn on the light. And let's get to it. Okay, that didn't take long at all to get a burr up. Towards the tip, there's a little bit of trouble area, but it's still fully apexed and we can go on to the next belt. For me, I go from the 120, and this is a already broken in belt, so it's not a brand. If it was a brand new belt, it would cut faster, but I also wanted this to be a pretty apples to apples comparison as far as like how you would use the system normally. So go from the 120 to the 600. I will say that this is a nice thing for the fact of, like, changing out the belts is easy, and then going over to the felt wheel is really nice. So this, compared to the Harbor Freight does move faster, and I do notice that. But as far as like apexing a knife or something along those lines, but as far as a all-in-one system, the Bucktool is really hard to beat. Alright, fully deburred. Okay, so now you've seen roughly how long it takes to do a knife on the Bucktool 1x30. So some pros and cons. Pros, if you want to change the grit, it's as simple as changing the belt. You want to change what it can do, be it Scotch-Brite, go from sanding to rust removal, that kind of stuff. Very easy, just pretty much change a belt and you're on your way. The other thing I really like about the Bucktool is the fact that it is a all-in-one system, so to speak. So I know the Harbor Freight you can buy the leather belts for, but they stretch out and they wear out pretty quickly, so it's one that I'm not a huge fan of. I really like the felt wheel and or the leather wheel that you can put on the other side and just finish off knives. So it's a very quick system. And the thing I don't like, and this is very much so just me, is having to put on and take off PPE, having to drop the mask in order to be able to talk to customers and that kind of stuff. But that's really just a subjective thing. So all in all, great system. If there's anything you'd like me to test or like me to give comment on, let me know down in the comments. And this is the First in Versus. And of course, until next time, stay happy and healthy. Take care.